Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Tip-off goes to Seattle. Booker with it. Here's Randall. To the left side wing. Clock at 6. Pulls it up. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Tonight, and I'm looking forward to this, Greg, we're going to see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. Two of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
Pass to Davis. And here's Westbrook from the arc. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
He's done that his whole career. Westbrook smooth with the triple.
To the middle. Here's Robinson. The slam dunk by Robinson.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Now here's Randall. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. This is his first free throw of the game.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Team foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
3 points.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Out left to the wing. Back to Randall. Down low. Here's Robinson. And it's Robinson with the jam.
A nice wrinkle in Randall's game. He can make that crucial extra pass when the opening is there.
Stan, Michael Porter Jr. is a crucial piece to this offense.
Oh, he absolutely is, Kevin. First of all, we know that shooting provides space for other people to operate, and he certainly does that. But Michael Porter Jr. is also a very timely cutter and gets his share of easy buckets.
Here is Davis, following the basket by Julius Randle. Left side, Westbrook. Christie has the open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
It's Randle with the drive. Here's Nesmith. No good there. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. We briefly discussed Anthony Davis and what he wants his team to do against him, and Coach said to make him into a jump shooter. I think if we can make the majority of his shots jumpers and keep him away from the rim, we should be in good shape. Easier said than done, but we'll see what happens. Kevin?
Allie, thank you so much. Christie can't make it.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Here's Buzelis. Seattle able to drain the three. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Now here's Davis. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. Now here's Randall, following the miss by Anthony Davis. Here's Robinson. And then Robinson slams it in.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's Booker. Following the basket by Anthony Davis. Westbrook pulls it in. Over in the corner, Christie. And he commits the intentional foul. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Seattle?
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
When you get that ball inside the line, it can free up the three-point arc. Great dish by Randall.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. That one is no good. Seattle leading by 4.
Hey, this is what Randall does. His movement and strength on the interior is hard to contain.
For Seattle, they have missed both free throws they've attempted tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And that one's good by Porter. Porter's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, getting a bump on Porter, it's a common strategy defensively, but he knows that, and he's ready for it.
Over to the left wing. And Booker puts up a deep 3. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Seattle ahead, up by 3. The second quarter coming up right after this break. So and if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, guys, what do you think about what we've seen so far from the Supersonics?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard, and they are physical.
Here's Randall. And Davis pulls it down. Crowder inside. And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Now Westbrook. Fires the 3. Sinks the triple. Westbrook's got 10 points.
Well, that's his third three-pointer in this game, and 2 of those came in the second, so he might be heating up.
Pass to Adams. Outside for Randall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Neesmith. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Neesmith has got it all tied up now for Seattle. Outside Crowder. And here's Westbrook. There's the triple. Westbrook missing again. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Now here's Randall. They set the screen. Here's Neesmith. And another 3 for Seattle.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
And now, Hallie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Well, Devin Booker grew up in Grand Rapids, Michigan, but around age 15, he moved to Moss Point, Mississippi to live and train with his father. Booker said, quote, "I understood the goal and I just embraced the culture and the inner city. They took me in, it was really important time, and it was good for me." Back to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Allie. Here's Randall. And Davis pulls it down.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
And over 3 years in high school, Anthony Davis shot up from being 6'2" to 6'10". But Greg, he brought those guard skills with him.
And Kevin, that transformation as a pro also significant. Adding over 30 pounds to his frame. And with his wingspan over 7'5", he is a physical presence. We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Pass to Davis. Over Robinson. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Here's Randall. And Davis sends it back.
Come on now, you gotta bring it harder than that when AD is meeting you at the rim.
Booker, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
He talked about a back and forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Pass to Robinson. Deflects the pass. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And stolen by Booker. And a missed late. Dinwiddie outside. Joe in the corner. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Joe's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Pass to Ellis. Randall outside. Hart outside. Back to Randall. 6 to shoot. Drives to the hoop. And Davis sends it back.
At this point, finding blocks comes naturally for AD. He just anticipates and attacks the basketball.
We've got 1:18 left to play here in the half. Pass to Joe. Dinwiddie for 3. Seattle grabs the miss.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive. Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Joe with it. Dinwiddie left side. And Robinson comes to help. Pass to Davis. Clock at 4. And it's Davis with the jam.
And we've seen this movie before. Davis moves with authority and attacks the rim.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. It's Prince on the wing. Here's Crowder. To the paint. Here's Davis. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Davis has got 4 points in the quarter. And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And so that brings the first half to a close. They lead by 6. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And GA, you know, some people argue that defense has declined in recent years. Would you agree?
I think mostly it's just harder to defend in today's game. You have to cover so much more ground, and with the lack of physicality, it just makes it more challenging. It doesn't take much to get Buzelis up to the rim. He just pops off the floor and is right there.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And up to this point on the season, he's set a pace of right around 73% when he gets to the line.
Outside Robinson. Pass to Booker. Just 5 to shoot. Seattle needs to get off a shot. Here's Neesmith. Off target from outside. The possibility here of pushing their lead to double digits.
And mentally, I think it makes this an even bigger edge.
How about Westbrook turning the clock back a little right now? He's cooking with grease.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's ready to talk things through with them. Seattle trails by 10. Pass to Randall. Back to Neesmith. It's stolen by Davis. Buzelis' shot is good. Buzelis has got his second basket of the night.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Now, here's Neesmith. From deep. Buries it from three-point range. Neesmith has got 15.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
On the wing, Porter. Pass to Buzelis. The kick out to Porter. 4 on the shot clock. Westbrook with it. Now defended by Randall. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Seattle trails by 9. Off the inbound pass. And Randall throws it down.
Emphatic finish by Randall. I love when he's forceful around the hoop.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And Randall has got the ball here for Seattle. No question, Michael Porter Jr. is a true shooter. Stan, he gets out there and scores, it seems like, every possession.
Well, listen, Michael Porter Jr. is not only a great shooter, he's got that high release that people can't get to. So he knows when he shoots it. It's just a matter of make or miss. Yes, we've seen the range from Randall, but at his core, he's a big who excels around the hoop.
Outside Westbrook. Here's Buzelis. A three-pointer, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Making good use of his length. Buzelis able to track down the block that time.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Westbrook with the steal. Drops in the breakaway layup. Westbrook's got 4 this quarter.
Well, this is Westbrook at his best. So explosive and clever operating in the open floor.
Ball is turned over. The ball goes to the away team.
Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
Second team foul.
And here's Westbrook. 14 points for him. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Inside, here's Robinson. Westbrook pulls it in. On the wing, Porter. Knocks down the 3-ball. Porter's got 9 points.
Timeout.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Seattle trails by 16. Pass to Neesmith. To the inside. Here's Robinson. And he can't jam it through. Here's Christie. Good, and a nice assist from Porter.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Seattle with the ball. Pass to Neesmith. Down low. Shot to stop the run. And the layup good by Hart.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. And he shows the focus there. Nails the technical. Here's Westbrook. He's got 16. Westbrook double team. Buzelis, no one around him. Connects from three-point range.
3 points.
He's got 8.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Pass to Neesmith. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Randall. Here's Robinson. Banked in off the glass. Robinson's got 8.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Yeah, what a disconnect. Sloppy play like that is something they can expect to come up in the film section.
And it's the Supersonics with the ball. Ellis in the post. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. And stolen by James. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game.
42.
Up by 16. And do not go. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Seattle trails by 16. Randall left side. Hart wide open. He fires. Misses the 3. Pass to Davis. The kick out to Westbrook. Robinson with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Robinson. They double him with Booker. Now Buzelis misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. Pass to Neesmith. Here's Booker. Christie with the rebound. Guys, they've really built a nice lead here.
And doesn't show any sign of slowing down.
And an intentional foul right there.
First team foul.
60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. On the wing, Christie. Lets it go with the 3.
Even though it hasn't been his best game, they're still up, and that's what's important.
Inside. Here's Robinson. And Robinson throws it down hard.
Oh, Kevin, not a penny, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny.
Well, showing off the athleticism. At 6'10", Porter Jr. is a major problem inside.
Here's Hart for 3.
Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
Buzelis' shot is good.
With his soft touch around the rim, Buzelis should score a lot of points in the paint over his career.
2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Davis.
Anthony Davis.
And Davis throws it down.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without fouling. And they need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
And when Davis gets going, you are in trouble because he will just power through you to get to his spots.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. Here's Neesmith. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall.
Look, in that first half, he was hot from beyond the arc. And that's now his second in this half.
Now Davis. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Drills it from outside. Westbrook's got 19 points.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
And stolen by Christie. Outside Westbrook. And there's the call on Devin Booker.
Devin Booker.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul.
And teams take more threes now than ever before. More than double the average attempts we saw in the 90s.
Well, I think what's happened, Kevin, is we just have more guys who can shoot the ball. So in the 90s, you might have had 2 guys who shot the ball well from 3 and made it a good shot. Now, on a lot of teams, virtually everyone on the roster can shoot the 3. If we have more guys on the floor who can space out and shoot the 3, we're going to have a lot more attempts and a lot more efficiency on those attempts.
Buzelis with the ball. Outside for Davis.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And it's Seattle with the rebound. There's 1:47 left in the fourth quarter. It's Randall with the drive. Offensive rebound. Here's Adams. That shot off. Outside, Davis. It's deflected. And stolen by Hart. That's a 2 from Randall. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
And for a coach, you always appreciate when you're able to turn a stop into a score.
Booker looking around. Fades away. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
How about the energy he showed on the glass? Outworking everyone and getting rewarded for it.
Pass to Christie. Shot clock at 6. Davis sets a screen. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. .35 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. It's Randall with the drive. Here's Booker. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Pass to Buzelis. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You'd never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.